The Belmont Lions against Dean Oakley, 10-13-73, 6-5-41. Start of the third term. Oakley gets it down towards the side of the pack, goes out towards centre wing. Boltesh leads in the race of the footy. O'Connor next to him, uses his pace. Boltesh, can he pick it up? Though he can't. He sees it all the way over the boundary line for a throw in centre wing on the outer side.
Couple more half-time scores. Werribee Central's 9-7 lead North Geelong 4-5 and Corio 12-13 lead Geelong West 1-1.
Boundary throw into the front of the pack. Boltesh had it, lost it. Oakley, he's got it, wrapped up, gets the footy away, but the Belmont Lions with the numbers. McVilly rides a bump, gets a kick away. Only a short one, so it's play on the call.
And after him.
Is that Hands, I think it was,
yes.
who ran through the middle of the pack there, or tried to. Stopped very quickly, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. So it's on centre wing still. On the outer side, Oakley and Frost run at each other. Neither get an effective tap. Falls to the side of the pack. Sia Rocco. Boltesh is there as well. Close to the boundary line. Beck in the short sleeves now. Gets it towards half forward. Harrison punched away by Stein. And we might have a while until it gets back to footy, I think, because it's gone a fair way into the car park.
And downhill with the wind.
Some of your ex-girlfriends over there fighting, Laurie? In the forward pocket?
No, they're Dick's dogs. They're the corgis. It's Dan O'Connor, is it? And it hands the trainer in the middle? No.
Yeah, I think you're right too, actually, for Thomson.
I think blood rule, they've just...
is it blood rule, maybe?
On that.
So,
I think he might have been coming off and the umpire blew the whistle to make sure he went off. Yeah, the other umpire hasn't realised because they threw the ball in.
So Todd McLeod ready to come on for Dan O'Connor. Looks like a blood nose. He's off the ground. Todd McLeod on. And the boundary umpire has the footy on the left half forward flank with the Belmont Lions into attack. So time called on. And the boundary throw in for Oakley and Frost. Frost in front. Towards the front of the pack, Feldman holds it up. And now goes the right foot kick, but it's smothered. Needs some support. Stein's there. Blind turn. Handball back to Oakley. Gets out of traffic. Left foot kick towards half forward. Roberts tried to meet it. Harvey against him. Tried to tap it back towards Sirocco. Did pretty well in the end. Handballed it away. He goes long towards Forbes, but Dunlop reads it better and drives it back towards centre half back for the Lions. They've got the numbers again. Beck runs through centre half back. Goes through the middle. Left foot kick towards centre half forward. Nelson from behind. In fact, Harrison from behind. Can't take the mark. Kicked it away though as well. Still at centre half forward for the Belmont Lions, and wrapped up the Thomson defence. We'll have a ball up.
Good second effort, Harrison there. Laurie didn't take the mark, but just toe poked it forward.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick up who was on him at the moment. H, is it?
Might be. Ruck contest, or could be a push in the back there, I think, against Frost. And Dean Oakley will take the free kick at centre half back for Thomson.
So the ball now, handball quickly to Armstrong for Thomson. Kicks along to centre wing in the... good position there is a Coley. Well, he handballed to a teammate in Christian Hall in absolute trouble. Comes across there to Roberts. He kicks long towards full forward, but it is out of bounds on the full. And the ensuing free kick will go to Brett Dunlop in defence for Belmont Lions. Laurie, Thomson just don't seem to be doing enough. I know it's early days in the third quarter, but they've got to wipe off the deficit and really need to put on some score.
Yes, they've got to work hard, Eric, and they've just got to take a little bit more care when they come forward. They just tend to want to blaze away. They don't get the head up and look where they're going with, and it's very important with this fluky wind that you do get that head up and actually just execute it exactly where you want it.
So Brett Dunlop's clearing kick has been marked by Troy Feldman of Thomson on half forward flank, giving some directions where he needs players to be moving. He's gone back to the corridor to centre half forward, off the hands of the pack, picked up by Beck of Belmont, back to half forward. Stein and Harrison collide there. The ball for Thomson. Troy Maharis out wide by hand to Dean Oakley. He chips it forward to Dale Menzies, who takes the mark just outside 50. Back into the corridor. Coley called it, didn't take the mark, however. Punches the ball along the ground, but in defence there is Hands for Belmont. Handball over the top to, that was Harvey, back to Hands, and he's kicked, well, it's a downfield kick, I think. The free kick will go to Harrison. Hands was dealt with after he kicked the footy, and Harrison on half-back flank now for Belmont. He's got players moving both sides. He finally goes to the coach. That's the place to go, get a game next week. So Peter McBilly on centre wing, kicks long to half forward. The back of the pack there, well in the middle of the pack, Dean Oakley has taken the mark and has been paid by the umpire. So Oakley now off Thomson looking for somewhere to kick the footy to. He's not much movement up forward. There hasn't been all day for Thomson. Decides to kick long. It's over the centre. Big pack of players there. No one can take the mark. Comes to ground. Beck over the top of the footy. Comes clear by hand for Belmont. They're doing well in the clinches. Coley tackles strongly. And the umpire's deemed that no prior opportunity as Dan O'Connor comes back onto the ground. So on the edge of the centre square, half forward for Thomson, kicking to the northern end in the third quarter. The ball in the air. Ball comes down. Well, nobody can get the ball clear until Harrison picks it up on the left foot to half forward. Nelson in front, can't take the mark, but recovers well. Great balance. Handball out wide, it comes back inboard. So Thomson in defence really struggling. O'Connor just back in the ground. Lovely handball to Shane Stone. Gets the kick across the ground looking for John Mitchell. Over his head, runs onto the footy, doesn't know what to do with it. Handball back to Christian Highland, puts him into trouble. Handball back to Mitchell now. Kick the ball, goes to the full forward position. Coley can't take the mark, coming from behind Peter McVilly. Handball to Dunlop, still kept the footy in. Moore threw the ball forward, but well, great work there by Belmont Lions. They've got the ball now to centre wing through hands, kicks long, and they've done well in defence. O'Connor for Thomson, that's centre wing. He can't pick the footy up, overruns it. Handball forward, looking for finding hands. Good shepherding. Handball back to Mills. Back there again to Moore, and now Belmont Lions through Moore, kick the ball to centre half forward. Oh, good defensive. Well,
good
Shane
mark.
Stone was paid the mark in front, and for Thomson in the middle of the ground. Shane Stone now looking for somewhere to go. Goes to the attacking side, which he should have. Coley in front, and well, just gets the mark. Second attempt. Handball to Mitchell quickly. Now he chips the ball to the lead at full forward of Forbes, but reading the ball well is Peter McVilly. Takes the mark. He goes wide, looking for Nelson in front. Takes the mark, plays on quickly on the left foot. Hooks it. Oh, gee, players loose up there for Belmont as Harvey takes the mark. No, he doesn't get the mark. Comes back quickly, taps it forward. Well, an opportunity gone begging there for Belmont because they're away had he taken the mark, but it's come back inboard by hand to Shane Stone. He's come right across the ground looking for Christian Highland. Takes the mark, runs through the middle with handball. To Roberts. Well, he's made a mess of it because now he's given a free kick away. So Belmont Lions in the middle of the ground with the free kick. So they're...
the turnovers have been very costly today for Thompson's side, Eric.
They have, and that was Delmo. Kicks the ball to half forward. Oh, that looks like Glenn Frost has taken the mark. Well, he thought about going on. Decided to finally kick the footy. Goes along to full forward. Oh, lovely tap down. Newell overran the footy. Carr picks it up one-handed. And some ferocious tackling. Oh, Carr threw it out to Pickett. Handball over the top to Newell, who fell over. And there's perhaps almost given a free kick away. No, said the umpire. Back in. The ball still live. Picked up there by Pickett. Has a pot shot on the left foot. Obviously... was touched off the boot. The umpire was calling play on, but at the end of the day it was touched over the boundary line at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Neither side added to their half-time score.
So boundary throw in. Oakley up against Frost. Favours Frost over the back. Harrison can shepherd for Beck. Off a couple of steps. Left footer. Turns it around the corner. Has he got the distance? He has. He's got the accuracy as well. Good kick from Daniel Beck, his second goal of the afternoon, and the 11th for the Belmont Lions. They go to 11-13-79. They lead Thomson 6-5-41. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 8 minutes played.
Well, that was certainly reward for effort for Daniel Beck. He's touched the ball probably 5 or 6 times in this quarter already, and he's in and under and doing the hard stuff, and it's a nice reward when you can follow up and kick a nice goal, which it certainly was.
Well, it's a handy goal at this stage of the third quarter, Laurie. 8 minutes gone. Thomson yet to score, kicking with the breeze.
Well, that's right, Eric. Glenn Frost in there, he's only a pinch hitter in the ruck, but he's putting a little bit of pressure on there and making the ball come to ground.
So in the middle again, Oakley gets the tap down for Thomson, and his far there is Boltex to centre half forward, tapped forward by the Belmont Lions. Aitchison picks the footy up, kicks wide to centre wing, 2-on-1 for Thomson. Highland gets the footy. Oh, Beck, he's got through the tackle again. And finally found a teammate up forward in Brad Roberts. Plays on quickly, going to the goal square. Mills in defence for Belmont Lions. Takes it across the face of goal. And the safety of the boundary line, 15 metres from the behind post. So Belmont Lions at this point, they're answering the challenges. Can they retain their half-time lead plus a goal? As the ball now comes back inboard. Good tap down to, that was Mills doing the roving there. Finally comes to Urcoli, 20 metres out.
Missed everything.
Under pressure, terrible kick, and out of bounds on the full. So I think there's just a bit of feeling coming into the game out there. Laurie, keep an eye on some of these off-the-ball manoeuvres as Peter McVilly has the free kick, decides to come across the ground. He's got hands out here, no one within 25 metres of him. Takes the mark, plays on quickly, chips it inboard.
Beautiful
the lead
kick.
There was from, was it Holtz?
Harvey.
Harvey, beg your pardon. Handball to Beck, and Beck now on the left foot goes towards centre half forward. In front, Carr can't touch the mark. Good defence on that occasion, and they've tightened up, but gee whiz, they've done pretty well. As Peckett now on the left foot, touched off the boot. Comes into the arms of Carr, handball out to Harrison. Harrison runs into an open goal, and I think he might have kicked another one. So that's a great team effort there by the Belmont Lions as Harrison kicks his second, and he kicks Belmont's 12th. 12-13-85 Belmont Lions. They lead Thomson, still yet to score in the third quarter, 6-5-41. Lexus Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 10.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, the Thomson side out there at the moment, Eric, are under siege. They're making a lot of fundamental errors. There's a few guys out there just spectating too at the moment, and you've got to get in and get this cherry and not just watch it go by. And they've got to lift their game a bit, or otherwise Belmont Lions are going to run right over the top of them.
So back to the middle. Oakley up against Frost. The umpire throws the ball in the air. Oakley goes up early, gets it down, but roved once again by the Belmont Lions through Hands, who runs free, goes towards centre half forward. Yates can't take them. Aitchison can't take the mark. Yates is there. Carr as well, coming at it. Kick off the ground came from Yates. Short little kick. He might be able to pick it up on this occasion. Can, and run away from half back. Goes out wide looking for Oakley. He can't take the mark. Needs some support now. Boltish picks it up. Around him on centre wing. Handball to Troy Maharis. He gets around. Laterally kicks across the ground towards Highland. If it sits for him, it might now. He gets around blind turn. Does well. Goes towards centre half forward. O'Connor takes the mark inside the centre square at centre half forward. So Dan O'Connor, Forbes gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. High kick. Also back there, Troy Feldman. Third, fourth in line off the back of the pack. The Belmont Lions with the numbers again. Delmo nearly fell over as he got rid of the footy. Now, can Thomson keep it in? They can. Mitchell off a step. Kick towards Feldman was pretty good. And he will line up for goal from 35 metres out. Slide angle. See Luke Delmo in the hands of the trainers as well. Close to the fence.
Might be cramp.
So Troy Feldman, who's kicked one goal this afternoon for Thomson, comes in, stabs at it, and has he put it through for one behind? I think he has. So 1 goal to his personal tally. And now Thomson go to 6-6-42. They trail the Belmont Lions 12-13-85. Leicester Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, 12.5 minutes played.
So Mills now looking for options for the kick in for Belmont Lions. Now he's whistled to kick the footy by the umpire. Well, he's done it well. Finds Chapman on 50, and he's taken the mark now. Called the play on. He's gone wide, but he's got a player running in Hepworth, and Hepworth on half-back flank has taken the mark for the Lions. He decides to kick along the boundary line. He's got hands. He's done well back there, but finally, well, the ball is over the boundary line, so we just lose vision there for a moment. As the ball now thrown in, centre wing. Oakley gets the tap down. Can Highland take the footy? Yes, he does. Gets the kick. Goes to a half forward. Coley, well, does well. Harvey coming back, but O'Connor, brilliant. Attacks the footy. Gets the ball over to Todd McLeod, and from 20 metres out, has missed. Can't afford to miss those, because that was probably crucial for the Thomson side. They've gone to 6-7-43. They trail Belmont Lions 12-13-85. Leicester Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 13.5 minutes gone.
So the trainer's still with Luke Delmo down in the left back pocket, so it doesn't look too good for the Belmont Lions there with another injured player. McVilly from fullback, the coach, has got the footy, looking for an option, called to play on, goes down the middle towards Frost and Beck takes the mark. Without pressure there, left foot kick, great kick too towards half forward, and picked out Brett Dunlop a long way down from full back, but on half forward's taken the mark, chips the ball over the top, and 50. against Sia Rocco, I think it was, and it will be Daniel Beck with the kick, and will come down in towards the goal line, and
it's not a bad 50. Like
kick his third goal.
He was 20 metres outside the 50-metre arc. Now he's in the goal square.
Luke Delmo's on his feet too.
So he's up, and Brett Dunlop will come in and kick another goal.
So easy.
It is his first of the afternoon, and the 13th for the Belmont Lions. They go to 13-91. They lead Thomson 6-6-42, and that's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 15 minutes played.
Well, Laurie, that's a pretty poor effort. If that was a disciplinary thing on the Thomson player there,
Sia Rocco.
And they just can't afford that. They're in a bad,
I didn't quite see what the infringement was for, Eric, but you just can't afford to get. It was a give me goal, then, wasn't it?
It was.
Brett mightn't have kicked it from back out there.
So the ball in the middle. Once again, Frost this time gets the tap down for the Lions. Coming through, Boltek can't take the footy away. Finally, it comes back to Boltek. Quickly on the right foot, goes to half forward. And now, once again, Thomson defence under pressure. Highland back there to help out. Gets a handball to Aitchison. Aitchison chips it to the middle. And O'Connor has taken the mark for Thomson. He's hooked it up looking for Dean Oakley's got no one within 30 metres of him. Is he going to get the footy? No, he gets the footy. Well, he had it. He threw it away. Now he's looking for to do something. He's kicked it straight up in the air with the left foot. Play on, said the umpire. Holt's the big punch. Finally comes to Hepworth. Over the top looking for Holtz once again. He runs clear, kicks towards half forward in the way that Nelson made a contest. Over to Newell by hand. Newell tried to get it back to Nelson, but Maharis in the back half now to Aitchison. And Thomson through Aitchison to centre wing. And this time Roberts takes the mark. So Thomson trying to work the ball forward through Roberts. Kicks it to full forward. Dunlop, I was going to suggest, might have pushed Forbes in the back. Umpire in good position on that occasion. And Marcus Forbes, 30 metres out directly in front. The opportunity to kick a much needed goal for the Thomson Footy Club. It's 16 and a half minutes into the third quarter. They've scored 2 behinds in this third quarter with the breeze. And the Belmont Lions have kicked 3 goals. So an important kick for Forbes. Lays back on it. I'll tell you what, he sprayed it right to the left. And it is another behind. So Thomson, no confidence whatever at the minute. 6 goals, 8:44. They trail the Belmont Lions 13-13-91. Leicester win the third quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone.
Mills from fullback for the Belmont Lions. They've got Dunlop long and also Hands. He goes in that direction now. Numbers with the Belmont Lions. It holds up. Harvey can't take the mark. Off Hands. Beck's there as well. Kept Mitchell under pressure. Now Okoli runs inside 50. Takes a bounce, run down, just gets his kick away. Mills got a hand to it, falls towards Forbes, gets around on the left, kick over his shoulder is missed. And through for another behind. His second in 30 seconds. And they go to, Thomson go to 6-9-45. They trail the Belmont Lions 13-13-91. Alexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. Nearly 18 minutes in the third term.
So Scotty Mills back doing the kicking in. Actually, I haven't seen Warry on the ground.
No, he was taken off when Dan O'Connor came back on.
Okay, so Mills now kicks in, kicks long, and well, just fell into the arms there. Paul Hands, not no opposition, whatever. Kicks it to the lead on centre wing. Aitchison comes forward. Pickett can't take the footy. Coming into Shane Stone, ducks his head into trouble.
He's gone.
And well, the umpire allows play to continue as Peter McBilly picks it up for Belmont. Kicks on the left foot. Mitchell handball to well, he put his teammate there in Baxter under all sorts of troubles as Newell tried to punch the ball forward for the Belmont Lions, but it's out of bounds. Half forward flank, eastern side of Winter Reserve, and Thomson under real pressure here as the ball thrown in. Carr doing the ruck work, but it's hit away by Oakley. O'Connor went without the footy, picked up by Nelson for Belmont, kicks to the full forward position. Armstrong takes the mark. Handball over to Maharis, and Troy Maharis kicks it to Jason Steen. And he takes the mark on half-back flank. Plays on quickly now by hand. Armstrong, who's run on, accepts the handball and kicks along to centre wing. And Christian Highland takes the mark. Good lead, good mark. Mills stands the mark. He's kicked it to the lead there of Okoli. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite long enough. O'Connor, handball to Roberts. Roberts off one step. long kick toward goal, but it's landed just inside the field of play, right beside the behind post. I think Jake Holtz was giving a bit of an indication there to assist the umpire, who'd already given the decision. So the ball out of bounds at the 19.5-minute mark of the third quarter. We await the return of the footy to the boundary umpire. 13-13 Belmont Lions. They lead Thomson 6-9 as the boundary umpire about to put the ball in. There's somebody in front of us. Delmo still, is it? I think it's cramping. So in the ruck there, Dunlop over to Frost. Nice tap down. Frost for a handball, but went astray. Diving back on the footy there was Beck. It's still in under the pack. And it's not cramped so much. Might be a knee, I think. He might have had a knee before, but he's got a bit of strapping there. So in the meantime, the ball is at 50 on half-forward flank for Belmont Lions on the western side of the ground. And gee, I don't know whether they're going to have too many more to come back on.
No, it's a walking wounded, isn't it?
Jared Corbett is not fit, and he's going to have to come back, I think, as the ball kicked out of the pack there for Belmont Lions. Get it towards half-forward. Troy Maharis picks it up, gets the handball towards centre wing, as Aitchison there picks it up for Thomson. Kicks towards half-forward. In the front there, mark not taken. Yep. Well, paid by the umpire to Edwards. And that mark is outside 50 and will take a pretty good kick from there. Oh, terrible kick, but...
beautiful pass, though.
It's worked out pretty well. Because...
now he's done a hammy after kicking the footy.
Dear, oh dear. So, he certainly didn't get it too well. In the meantime, Brad Roberts has taken the mark 25 metres out directly in front and will kick on goal for Thomson. To say they need a goal, Laurie, would be an absolute understatement, wouldn't
definitely, yeah, there's no doubt about that. Marcus Forbes come on, he's limping as well, so it's a walking wounded.
So Brad Roll, terrible, that was a backman's kick, and I don't think he's kicked that surely. Yes, he has. Gee, the goal umpire had a real good look. Finally said, I'll give you a goal. So it is the 7th for Thomson. 7-9-51 Thomson, but they trail Belmont Lions 13-13-91. Lexus to win them third quarter scoreboard, 21.5 minutes gone. It's going to be a matter, Laurie, of who stands up at the finish, isn't it? Who's got 18 players?
Well, it looks a bit like that. I'm just watching where Jared Corbett's going to go. He
could play without wings in the last quarter.
Shane Stone looks like he's getting some attention there as well.
Peter McBilly's going forward.
Back in the middle, Oakley gets it down. Harrison chops it off. Troy Maharis there. Can he get away? Nelson also over the top of it. Riley, he leaves it behind as well. Nelson again over the top. Beck fights hard. Handball. Chopped off by Mitchell. Goes towards half forward. Thomson with the numbers. Doesn't sit for O'Connor at the first occasion. He's met solidly. Now Beck breaks free again. Gets tackles. He tried to get the footy away. Mitchell. Kick over his shoulder towards half forward. Mills attacks it. Okoli stays behind. He might be able to pick it up here. Can he? No. Numbers with Belmont again. Moore sees it away to hands just as the boundary line beckons. And the boundary umpire will throw it in about 50 metres around from the Thomson goal. So boundary throw in now. Frost and Roberts to the ruck work. Frost gets it down, hands, loses the football. McLeod, he runs at it. Hepworth there as well. Coley keeps his feet. Oh, then he throws it out. And the umpire said, yes, it was. And advantage pay. Boltesh goes towards half back and Frost takes the mark. Looks for a runner. Gives it away to Hand. Stein will come at him. He gets the kick away though. Goes towards the middle.
Pickett.
And Pickett has taken the mark at centre half forward. Corbett standing in the square. Carr gives him a lead as well. Nelson's down there. So Scott Pickett thought about giving the handball to Jason Stein as he called him as he ran past. Pickett now goes long towards the teeth of goal. Couple there for Thomson. Oh, Nelson at the back kicks the goal. Out of mid-air has kicked his 5th. So David Nelson has 5 goals on the board, and for the Belmont Lions that is their 14th. They go to 14-13-97. They lead Thomson 7-9-51. That's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 23.5 minutes play, and contrary to reports from the Belmont Lions legend Brian Coughlin, it is David Nelson, not Darren.
That's what I was told first, actually.
Well, Cogs gave us the paper with the writing on it. It was spelled Darren, wasn't it, Eric?
The piece of paper I saw did, yeah.
But that was a great mark from Scott Pickett, wasn't it? He read it
sensational. So back in the middle, the ball goes up again. Oakley gets a tap down for Thomson. Mitchell runs onto the footy, picks it up, gets a handball clear, looking for Troy Feldman. He can't handle a footy. Gee, they not handling the ball at all well, Thomson, today, as Dan O'Connor picks it up first go, and he chips the ball into half forward. Mark not taken. Forbes runs onto. He's tackled ferociously. Ball comes. Roberts drops the footy. Coming in there, McLeod. He can not get away either. Great tackling by the Belmont Lions defence there. And Thomson absolutely nowhere to go. And that's very, very good defensive work by the Belmont Lions. So at the 24.5 minutes mark in the third quarter, at the 50-metre arc, Thomson kicking to the northern end. Frost gets the ball down. Maharis only as far as Peter McVilly at the finish. He gets the footy, kicks to half full, or to centre wing, and Nelson showing good pace, takes the chest mark, chips it inboard. He's got more there, thought about the handball, but decided to go back and have a kick, and he is in the centre of the winter reserve. Kicks long, going to half forward. Carr from behind, well, he nudged his opponent out, unfortunately. Took the mark at the second attempt, but the umpire saw the little nudge in the back. So free kick to Aitchison for Thomson. Decides to come across the ground looking for Feldman. Oh, goodness gracious, the kick is too strong and straight in the arms of Boltek. He's found a player loose in the forward half, and Corbett, he's only on one leg, called a play on. He's tipped it over the top there. Players run loose into the forward half. He's dropped the mark as the ball now comes clear to Troy Feldman on half-back flank for Thomson. So an opportunity went missing there for Glenn Frost as the ball comes now to centre wing. In front hands, Rover against Ruckman, but the ball comes to ground now. Bolchek shows some pace, but Dean Oakley does well. Shows great pace to keep up with the young fella. And Ruckman chasing Rover, and the ball over the boundary line between wing and half forward on the western side of Winter Reserve as we've ticked past 26 minutes in the third quarter. As Frost now taps the ball down for Belmont Lions, comes to Beck. He's tackled but gets a foot to the footy, goes to centre half forward. Pack there, comes to Carr over the top to Nelson. Oh, can he kick another one? I'll tell you what, that's goal number 6. And I'll tell you what, is he having a great debut. David Nelson has kicked his 6th, and he's kicked the 15th for the Belmont Lions. 15-13, 103 Belmont Lions. They lead Thomson 7-9-51. Lexington win them third quarter scoreboard, 26.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, the Belmont Lions' pressure around the footy's been fantastic today with their tackling, and you know, I think if they get a sniff in this last quarter, they're going to be probably more desperate to make sure they run out winners in this game and put extreme pressure on Thomson. They can't handle it at the moment.
Back to the middle, Frost and Oakley. Frost gets it down on this occasion towards Nelson, coming off centre half forward. Coming at him was O'Connor. Harrison over the top as well. Tried to kick it off the ground, and the umpire said it was kicking in danger. Free kick, Thomson to take it to the back end of the centre square. It'll be Noel Riley.
That might be the kick of the week.
It might be.
He was a bit unlucky then, wasn't he?
So Riley kicks towards half forward. O'Cole, he got a couple against him. He goes up. Does he take the mark? The umpire said play on the call. Goes back towards centre half forward. McLeod. Roberts is there as well. Handball to O'Connor. Kick over his shoulder towards a one-on-one. Dunlop and Forbes. Dunlop shows his experience, just taps it over the boundary line, gets the cheers of the boys in front of the social club, and it's a boundary throw-in.
Laurie, at the end of the day, this could be very, very important for Belmont Lions if they go on. Percentage might be enormous at the end of the year.
Look, it could well be, Eric, and the way the teams are lining up at the moment, you know, the
balls come back to Troy Maharis, handball to Jason Stein, runs inside 30 metres out, touched by Dunlop again, and rushed through for a behind to Thomson. So they go to 7-10-52, and they trail the Belmont Lions 15-13, 103. Lex the Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes played.
Yes, the way the season's unfolding, you know, with some of the sides having defeats sort of unexpectedly, and it's pretty even probably outside the Cry side, and you know, they're going to win and lose a few, but percentage will play a big part in it.
So Mills now for Belmont once again, kicks long from the goal square. Oh, up by Dean Oakley. Mark not paid, however, and follows up himself. Kicks the ball to the lead there of Forbes. Can't take the mark. Follows up, however. Kicks it back to Christian Highland. The kick's too strong. Highland comes back onto the footy. He's got Roberts on his... Roberts has accepted the handball. Off a step. Has endeavoured to shoot for goal, and from 25 metres out, missed absolutely everything. So, Laurie, you're absolutely right. The pressure that the forwards of Belmont are putting on... the defenders putting on the Thomson forwards is just enormous. So Mills about to take the free kick. kicks it long, in front of our broadcast position. Big pack, Stein punches the ball forward, and it beats Peter McBilly over the boundary line and out.
So Andrew throw in, left half forward, Thomson into attack. Oakley's come down to do the ruck work, and he'll do it against Frost. Andrew umpire throws the ball in, Frost in front, moved to the side by Oakley. Fresh air shot by Holtz, or was that a push in the back? Umpire missed it. Coming through McVilly, slick handball to Holtz. Handball over the top towards Frost. Got Harrison running past. Misses his target though. O'Connor's there. He picks it up. 55 out. Goes long towards the square. 2 on 2. Forbes could mark a Coley. No, play on the call. And Chapman breaks free. Goes wide to a vacant half-back flank clearing. And a bounce on the full, said the boundary umpire. And a free kick to Thomson. And it might be John Mitchell with the free kick for the Tigers.
It was a good bit of defensive work by Will Chapman that just he mistimed the kick and drifted over the boundary line, but he fought hard for the footy. The handballs are good too today, Belmont Lions.
Well, the whole teamwork, Laurie's been very positive. They seem to have people there to support, and everything that they've done seems to have been right.
And willing to do the hard stuff too.
So the siren has sounded for three-quarter time, and at three-quarter time the score reads Belmont Lions 15-13, 103. They lead Thomson 7-10-52.
The Belmont Lions kicked 5 straight goals in that third term, and Thomson managed 1 goal, 5. And it's 51 points the difference at three-quarter time. The goals to the Belmont Lions, 6 to David Nelson, 2 each to Daniel Beck and Michael Harrison, and singles to Brett Dunlop, Peter McVilly, Aaron Newell, Jared Corbett and Paul Hands. While for Thomson, 2 goals to Noel Riley and singles to Troy Feldman, Brad Roberts, Dale Menzies, Christian Highland and Josh Coley. 15-13, 103 Belmont Lions, Thomson 7-10-52. We'll take a break, back with the final quarter of our Matchday Live coverage at Winter Reserve. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.